Pounders. Welcome back. This is the second stream of the day and arguably the better stream of the day. We have a friend of the show. This is probably the third or fourth time we've ripped a draft together. NEZ, welcome to the live stream.
My dude, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I meant to do some homework and I forgot. We did draft last year, and I wanted to pull up that team because I just do not think it was very good. But I wanted to see exactly what I did last year when we did draft together.
What do we have?
Oh man, it was
we had to have Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, I think 100,000% had Khalil Herbert. We were in the same room and drafting, independently, and I certainly named it FDP. So I'm gonna find this.
Let's go.
Do this.
Let's go. Some quick hellos. Bindle's getting here early. Taylor, Peng with the. I want to hear these guys' opinions on best balls. Of course,
well, of course we can.
Nick, Dale, Tyler, grinding. Bindle's another grinder on the YouTube machine. Check out their stuff they have going on. Kevin. The last couple days, and I'd say like the last 10 days, the YouTube membies in the chat have been just popping off. The gifting has been out of control to the point where I was like, I can't get all these people in the Discord channels. Like no one's name's the same. Like some people aren't in the Discord. The math isn't equaling out, but NEZ, let the people know what you guys got going on. You guys are multi-sport draftletes over at the Badge Bros YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity to plug here as you get your brewski. I got my brewski as well. Cheers. Over at the Badge Bros. If you haven't subbed over there, recommend subbing. We do all sorts of Underdog content, specifically the daily drafts. I was over there today behind the paywall on Fridays as we do.
That's good.
Some baseball content. So chopping up baseball. Hell, we're doing WNBA right now. They got WNBA daily drafts now.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I saw Lackey actually took one down today with a single entry.
Single bullet.
Sicko.
Man.
What a sicko.
Nobody runs better. I tell you what, man. He's crushing everything right now.
He's a poker cat, right? Is he a poker cat?
Yeah. Former or current, but yeah, at one point in time, definitely in poker. $10. No, bro, we drafted separately. Oh, I beat you. I beat you by 30 points.
Oh,
but Steph ended up advancing in the lobby.
Present it. Go to present.
Absolutely.
You can show it. We'll pull it up. No shame. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, it was I forget what I did in here that like you were like, I wouldn't have done that. But I can't remember here. I'm pulling up for the first time. Oh wow. Okay, let me okay, I've got the draft board.
I was inverted. Okay. This was a sharper room.
It was, yeah. It was friends and family. So yeah, there you are. You start off super hot. They got the CD
Lamb. I don't advance with CD Lamb.
And then I didn't even make you do this.
If Rogers was healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, bro, I didn't even make you do that. I think you were just like a salute to me or something. I have no idea.
Najee's not even the problem. I can see Cam Akers on the team. Dude, Najee, you wanted Najee for week 17. So Najee's not even the problem.
And I had Eckler here and Jacobs on the down year, Mike Williams. It's amazing. This team finished 6th in the pod.
You can have so many misses and it still be just a beautiful thing.
Jonathan Mingo. Oh man, it's so funny to look back, man, and just like everybody looks like a bad pick. It's crazy. Everybody.
So Rogers was Rogers my first QB in this team?
Yep.
R.I.P.
Oh, but you had Goff and Purdy, so you made up for lost ground.
What an advance rate team too, Huntery. Oh well.
Yeah, funny, man. Had to look back on this. Oh, I went 4 tight ends. What's wrong with me?
Taysom was a good click.
He was. I had the GOAT Fergie Ferg on this team, and I took him in the 18th.
11.
Man, if only we knew what we knew now.
That's funny. Hey, this is early into the offseason too, because Tank
Yeah.
Bigsby rose to like 123-ish. So this is this is like a June or like maybe even May.
Yeah, I didn't date this one, but
Around June.
It was early for sure. Oh man, good times. Take me back.
Well, guess what? We get to run it back today, and hopefully we'll probably do one draft. I would think we'll try to mastermind one team.
Yeah, that'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to combining forces with you and getting some of your takes on a team.
How have you guys been on the NFL? Have you guys been staying up to date?
Yeah, we've definitely been hammering best ball content, hitting a little bit of the non BBM stuff just to because I think that stuff is just like awesome, super fun. Love the variety that comes with it. But it's all kind of like relatable, right? It comes down to like, good players at cost, and yeah, some ADPs are different. But yeah, no, I've definitely been tapped in to the streets. I'm drafting a lot. So I don't have as many BBMs as you. I am like being stingy. One of these days, John's gonna have to make me draft BBMs instead of him on his account. But I am like trying to save. I'm trying to save a lot for August, man. I am unfortunately pretty August filled.
Yep. No, I definitely agree. And like training camp in mid-July is when we're going to get a lot of ADP movement too. We did fill the room. We get the 6th spot, which is
I kind of like. Okay,
it's good. We're getting a wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want to trick me into RB.
I mean, no, we can go wide receiver. However, I tell you what, man, I've got some takes in the first round.
I want to hear takes. That's what I came to the show for.
That's why you brought me on. Okay, so at this current state in time, I am drafting CD Lamb over Christian McCaffrey.
Holy
I am doing it.
Shite.
I'm seeing it enough times.
How about weekly winners?
Weekly winners, I would go CMC. I would definitely go CMC.
Who do you have it to? Who do you have it to between Hill and Lamb?
Hill. So for me, it's CD, CMC, then Hill. If I get CMC at 2, absolutely not like turning that away. Wow. But the reason I'm doing that is because I'm CMC 2, Hill 3, and then I think that Breece Hall and Bijan Robinson are so good that like they have the chance to be like put up a score CMC will put up, and it's going to be like those 3, and then like maybe Gibbs if he gets the volume that just like lap the other running backs in BBM just like without.
So do you think the 6th spot feels bad because Amon-Ra is the 5th wide receiver off the board, whereas one of these guys is like the 2nd running back?
Well, I think it feels good because I feel better about taking these running backs over Amon-Ra.
Which one do you want? We have 12% Bijan, 7% Breece. I don't care either or.
I've been doing Bijan.
I'm in. I'm way in.
I've been doing Bijan. See, I love Amon-Ra.
I've been doing that.
Man, I've got like 27% Bijan Robinson and like 7. It's only 17 BBMs, but I'm sticking to it, man. I really do think that like these two, and I think Jahmyr Gibbs is awesome and like super valuable week to week, but maybe as an advanced rate play, maybe not quite as strong as I think Breece and Bijan will be. Just you see the talent these guys have, and they both have like situation like upgrades as far as QBs. And offenses that like
we're making a fucking huge bet on Atlanta's offense with London being at like the 1-2 turnover here. Like you got two players going within 13 picks. Same thing with the Jets with Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. Like we're making big bets on these old QBs staying healthy, and I don't think it's a bad bet.
Yeah, and I guess if you want to like weigh which one is a safer bet, you could probably say Atlanta, just because as far as health goes, they have quite the insurance plan in their their top 10 QB that they selected in Michael Penix, whereas I couldn't tell you the Jets backup quarterback, but I can't imagine it's a good situation.
I can't imagine. Oh man, the crowd is already loving it. I've been doing that. I've been doing that. Big facts. Big facts. Coming back around to us at 19, and these receivers, this is very muddy, and this is constantly moving, in my opinion. As you can see, I have 23% London. I've been selecting him for a while.
It's fun.
Early and often, he's getting that rise. But who do you like between Olave, Ayuk, Adams, Debo, Collins?
I have 50-something% Debo Samuel.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I have a lot
Hell
of Debo
yeah.
Samuel, man. It's
Hell
scary because he's not the typical wide receiver. The volume is like a little scary, but I believe in his efficiency, and I believe in him just being like a grown ass man and just like such an awesome football player. I mean, dude, just like let's just like be bros about it for a second. Debo Samuel is just a fucking dude, and in this offense in San Francisco that they have, and how just ultra efficient they are as a team.
Yeah.
I just don't see how that doesn't translate to Debo Samuel like having like just insane week-to-week upside. And that week 17 game, I can't get that out of my head, man. I feel like that's going to be fireworks.
How about Ricky Pearsall coming out today and saying, "I'm more like Brandon Ayuk than I am Debo Samuel."
Like, he's saying bye Brandon Ayuk because he's going to the Steelers. We don't have to do Debo here, but
it's up to you. I have Olave down in the ranks personally. It's probably between Debo and Adams. So up to you. If we're that in on Debo, let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's do what I've been doing. You and I are gonna have like mirror teams in the DBM finals because
we don't need to change the recipe here.
Because I have so many of this start here because I'm reaching on Bijan and I'm reaching on Debo. So I've got quite a bit of this start, but I mean, it feels great. It feels great to me.
We're comfortable. We're comfortable. 12% and 18%. We'll bump those up a couple points. And as you can see, the Kyron, I have a very heavy fade just because I think he falls this offseason and this contest being open for so long. But how about everyone trying to find the San Fran RB2? And we just drafted him. That's so weird. It's crazy.
We got him. We got him. It's already here. It's already here. But do you have a what's the word I'm looking for? Any sort of shares, I guess, of the backup running back and
not just yet. So now we get a little more clarity that Elijah Mitchell seems like he's the guy.
Right.
That's
you don't win anything for being early on knowing Elijah Mitchell was the RB2.
You don't. Yeah. So like now I'll just like safely draft Elijah Mitchell and get up to my 8% or 10%, whatever you want to be at. But in some of those situations, if you're drafting Correndo early or whatever it may be, but for him to hit any sort of middle outcome or upside would be an injury to CMC.
100%, which nobody.
Debo's getting some of those touches too in the red zone, which is it's just tough for any RB2 with the change of pace. There's really no role in San Fran.
No, it's CMC and nothing else really. But man, I see you got the overlay cooking here. That thing is sharp.
Yeah, this is going to be available probably tomorrow to the Patreon members, and it's going to be rolling out very shortly to everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got some game spreads. We got some different ideas to sort of freshen up the space a little bit.
Yeah, man. Really like it. It looks great.
Everyone's pissing. 1 through 5. Just on a piss spree here.
See, this is sort of why, I mean, maybe this is like counterintuitive, but this is kind of why I like getting my like elite RB early, because like I've done, a handful of drafts, my fair share of drafts, and I just like don't like my teams if I'm not doing the same and I'm not taking a shit ton of wide receivers. And I know I'm going to be taking a mad number of wide receivers after I get my Bijan or my Brees. So like, I feel like it kind of evens out. So I don't know, man.
I like Bijan, and sort of from the retrospect of like, okay, you're drafting the 5th wide receiver off the board versus the 2nd running back.
Right.
Can Amon-Ra finish as wide receiver 1 this year? I'm just not sure that's in his realm of possibilities.
I genuinely don't think so.
He has a very high floor.
Super concentrated range of outcomes that are really, really good.
He's probably not going to be a bad pick, like advance rate wise. But do you like?
I think we got to go Pittman or Laporta. just for the correlation. But I think we go Pittman here because I love being able to set up Anthony Richardson. He's another one that I just draft a lot of. Sort of like getting a little bit more bearish on that like large stance that I have, or just that belief in Anthony Richardson. High low over at 1 week season. I have no problem when I see data that I don't agree with. Like, let me just like say that. Like, I like to have my belief systems challenged. I think it's important to like get some counter information.
You gotta check your biases.
Yeah, and he put out just a good point against Anthony Richardson and a quarterback that I also love in Jaden Daniels, and that like you can pretty safely look at like touchdowns scored and how it correlates to a quarterback's fantasy production. And basically like forecasting the game totals for those two quarterbacks and saying, hey, here's a reason maybe why they aren't so good. Now, that doesn't mean I'm fading them. I was just like, oh man, like, don't tell me that. But it's important. You gotta, when you feel like you've like you're being challenged, like just like, sorry for giving this life lesson here to your YouTube channel.
This is hilarious.
Embrace it. Embrace it.
I have Cup and I have Tank Dell over Pittman right now. I don't mind to mix it up a little bit. Is there a chance we get a little Pittman fall, or is there a chance we get Tank Dell? Tank Dell is kind of slowly rising up. It feels like at 38.3.
I don't think he's a good riser, in my opinion.
Really? Okay. Are you in on Diggs? Are you in on Nico?
Okay. I'm super in on Diggs and Nico. And I love Tank Dell. I think Tank Dell is awesome. I think he's really good. Like, I do think that he's good. But we've seen Nico like progressively be the guy that he is and get paid like the guy that like he showed us that he is. We've seen Diggs in a different offense, but be an alpha. And I came into the Bestball season a little like bearish on Diggs. Just kind of looked at his seasons, man. Like, he's still got it. He's like you don't just earn the targets that he earned and like and be bad. And now he's like catching balls from CJ Stroud. It's not like he's in a bad situation. A little more target competition, but still a really, really good wide receiver. It does make me work. Like, I feel like Tank Dell has a really, really good possibility to not pay off this ADP as much as like I love him and think that he's like good. But I mean, as the third, I would love to look back and see like how often like the third wide receiver in an offense goes this high and how often they like pay off. It's a huge, huge bet on the offense and Tank Dell as an individual. And, coming off multiple injuries, it scares me.
Josh Allen here would have been pretty fucking nice in my
opinion. That's a hell of a fall.
43. Who do you like here? Should we reach up for Kirk and grab that receiver before the McLaurin drop off?
I think so, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I like this is just kind of like what you have to do. And when you're in a room like this, especially like you kind of have. I didn't like playing by the rules. I hated playing by the rules. I'm like, you know what? Screw you guys. Like, running backs, the best position on the board in round 4. I'm taking a running back.
Try to push it.
Yeah, you just gotta, especially in a room like this, man. I mean, you just see the way things are playing out. And I don't think Christian Kirk is a bad pick either. Like, let me just say that. I don't feel like we're making a pick just because we have to make a pick. I think Christian Kirk showed us some really good seasons throughout his career. And, now you remove Ridley, insert a rookie that I believe in, but like, I think Kirk's a fine pick.
And if we go RB here, it's very hard to bring in A-Rich at 54 too. So like,
exactly, that's the plan, right? Like, so we can't. Yeah, that's no longer like a luxury we can make. Like,
and this does help, right? Like, you think of Pittman, you think of Kirk as relatively high floor plays. Maybe Kirk, you see a little bit more of a ceiling with maybe he takes a bigger role in this offense, especially early on with Brian Thomas Jr. No more Ridley, no more Zay Jones. But then you have a spike week guy with Debo. So we're really setting up like to bring in some of these rookies late too to raise the upside.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I wouldn't call this like a safe wide receiver room by any means, but like, we did take them early, and we don't plan on stopping either. But like, it just sets you up, I think, for just a really, really solid playoff team.
I feel like it's been a little while since we brought in the Kirkinator here. So 13%. You definitely we've been seeing him rise as well, and you're getting Another little wide receiver dead zone here where there's just not that they're bad, but you're not seeing any. And you have that other zone here in like the 80s where it's like it's just like a desert. It's just an absolute desert. So
yeah, as soon as that you hit that, as soon as JMO is the first, is the the top of the queue for wideouts, then you're in dicey territory.
I'm on the side of fade Diggs, and this is more towards the playoffs, right? 15, 16, week 17. Maybe Tank Dell having a bigger role. We saw Diggs slow down on the back half of the last season, and that's with Josh Allen. He's not getting an upgrade at QB, being now competing for targets with Tank Dell and Nico, and even Schultz is a pretty good tight end. So it is busy there. Oh, we get sniped, but how big? Yeah, how big of a change is it going over to Stroud? I think we'll sort of wait and see. But Stroud's getting this year 2 like T-Law bump after a pretty good rookie season.
Right. And I do think that it's warranted, but gotta totally like weigh the range of outcomes there.
McBride would have been nice too. 10 picks after ADP.
Yeah, that would have been cool to take
all the value's been scooped.
Unfortunately, you're streamers, man.
Who do you like here?
This is a really tough call here, man. Do you want to go tight end?
Pitts, Keenan Allen.
I do take Keenan and Reed here, but I think maybe we do a little Pitts. What do you think?
Spice? Oh,
little correlation with the Falcons.
Tyler starting it out with the membership. Who's it go to?
£1.
Who'd it go to? GA007. I think he's
won one
before too. Yeah,
GA just free rolling. Just these memberships, man.
He's in all the streams. Congrats, GA007, and thank you, Tyler. You the man.
GA is a friend of the show over at our channel too. Love GA.
Big pound guy. Many are saying. Many have said it.
That was a tough call at where we were. Like all the value was gone. I like Keenan Allen. I do like Jaden. I do like these wide receivers. I think if we didn't go Pitts, I would probably have gone Calvin Ridley. I don't know how you feel about Calvin Ridley.
Ooh. So I'm fine with Calvin Ridley at ADP. I think because of the negative steam he's getting from other streamers, big websites, that we might be able to get him at a discount as they're steaming up D-Hop's ADP. So sort of waiting on Ridley for where he settles out at after the sort of the negative rankings from some of these streamers. I think we can find a small advantage there later in the draft season, but I don't mind it. I really don't.
I wonder if that will actually like come to fruition, because like I've seen the comments that like you're referring to, and like I don't know, man. Like this is a guy that he's coming off and his first like full season since since before the suspension, where like even before the suspension, I believe he didn't even play that whole season before that. So like now he has a whole season of football under his belt. Now, like I'm in on Ridley, man. It's just a matter of like, can Will Levis just like keep things afloat? And they're making a hell of a bet on Will Levis in Tennessee, man. Let me tell you.
I could see some of the people returning in June, July, August, like especially July, August drafters coming back, or maybe being new to Underdog and being like, I remember what Ridley was like, and keeping his ADP there.
Or they could be scared of the Titans. I don't know. You never know. I mean, like,
he's turning 30 this year too in December.
Oh man, quit shaming the 30-year-olds, bro.
When I hit 30,
these gray hairs,
I needed fish oil overnight. Like it was instantaneous.
As soon as you hit 30, I need fish oil. Your body was craving it.
Get it in early. Get it in early.
Oh, that's funny. Who are some other like stands that you have? Who's your highest exposed player right now?
Let me actually have a peek. It obviously differs between contests as well. I'll check who it is in BBM.
Yeah,
we have 94 drafts post NFL, which is kind of low in my opinion, but it's a good enough. It's Hunter Henry.
Okay. I love Hunter Henry. No
Hunter
problem.
Henry, Singletary, Higgins, and Lockett in Drake London at 27%.
Singletary and Drake London. Okay, so fellow Singletary Bull, I love Singletary.
Well, we've seen that rise too. He started at 123, 124. So big fan of just where Lockett goes in his range.
I have so much T. Higgins as well.
But yeah, where Debo stands together.
Hell yeah.
Jermaine Burton getting ahead of that ADP rise.
Oh man,
well.
I see. I need some more Burton, man. You want to talk about wide receiver threes and good offenses, like
yeah, right, exactly.
Ooh, do you like James Cook falls crazy?
Yeah, I'm underexposed to Cook here.
I would say Cook, Thomas or Rome. What do you think? If we do Cook, we could probably finish with like 4 or 5 running backs.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And maybe because of the
probably
bye week,
5, yeah.
Matching bye week, we could have gone somewhere else. But let's bring in James Cook here, someone that I'm at 5%. We get a full round discount on him. That's pretty good. Like when else are you gonna bring in James Cook if you don't pick him at 67?
Yeah, we'll be okay. That 1 week where we're missing this guy, I think we'll be okay. I wish it was easier to like quantify the value of of dual bye weeks like that, other than like just knowing that like obviously it's a hit to the advance rate, but like if these two dudes smash, like how I guess that would obviously negate it, right? Like obviously,
how much does it matter? But like some of these RBs, like in the Singletary Brian Robinson range, maybe that's where we grab our third. They have different bye weeks than 12.
Look, we just started a little run here, man.
Even a player like Zeke might be able to and who cares? So I like the ceiling. I like the ceiling of Bijan. James Cook, I've been sort of touting a little bit because he's more towards, maybe not touting's the right word, but I've been a little pushback on James Cook because of how he may be tied to Josh Allen's spike weeks, just because he's a pass catching RB. But it was brought to my attention that James Cook, when he had his spike weeks, Josh Allen finished with under 25 points each week.
Interesting.
Which is a good nugget. It's a good nugget. But
I never thought James Cook was a profile to have over 1,000 rushing yards in a season. I never would have guessed that would have happened.
I'm a little worried about Ray Davis being like mature. You know what I mean? Like this dude's old. He's old. He's more mature. Tank Dell's old. I think Tank Dell's older than Jamar Chase. Someone can fact check me there. Yeah, Tank Dell's old.
I did not know that. If that is true, that is crazy.
Yeah.
No, I do agree, man. Because James Cook just seems like stylistically way different than Ray Davis. Like James Cook seems like an outside running back. Like kind of catch some flares out. They did run him a lot.
It's this simple. James Cook is good.
I think he is good, man. He showed us he was good. I don't think we have to be worried about a 3rd round rookie, but Ray Davis. I mean, I hate grinding tape because I feel like anytime I grind tape, I fall in love with the guy. I fell in love with Ray Davis.
When you do that, you just can't watch. Don't type in highlight film. Like watch the whole play of a single game.
Sorry.
Dude, we're getting a 12-pick drop on Kittle. Do we want to try and make this work?
Man, because it's like Kittle or like
we get this double in San Fran. We could try to bring in Purdy. We're gonna have to bring in a receiver with the next click at 91.
Man, I think we do.
Let's do it.
I think we do. This is tough, man. This is tough because it's like doesn't taking Christian Watson and I love JMO. Doesn't taking them like over Aaron Jones, George Kittle.
So
these guys just feel awful.
Yeah, awful.
Not
terrible.
That it's gonna feel any better.
Dude, Kittle at 78. You don't have to. So like we could. Oh, I just clicked the wrong button. Spam click. Absolute spam click. If we get Lockett at 90, even if we had to reach for Lockett at 91, doesn't that feel better than the combination of? And again, like we could actually fit Kittle into the flex in a team like this. He's a spike week guy,
right?
So.
Right, like that. That's why I don't really have a problem with it. Now I know it's not ideal to do dual elite tight ends, but these prices. I mean, it's not like Kyle Pitts is like a 1st round pick. I mean, yeah, it's obviously dangerous and like don't try this at home. But I think that these prices are okay to do this.
Yeah.
I saw you have a lot of Mike Williams as well.
Yeah, it's just
I
because
like
of
it.
the range. It's just
I
because
like
of the
it.
range. He's a spike week guy, so 14%, and you can see, I guess, the difference about the receivers that, Dobbs. I've been slowing down a little bit on Shakir. We've seen him rise about 12
I
picks
you know
in
what
the
I
last
you know what
couple
I
weeks.
yeah. So I like Mike Williams a lot. I think this is a player at this range that has like shown a ceiling, maybe 2 years ago, but shown a ceiling that is like
Mhm,
much better than anybody around that range at wide receiver.
mhm.
And you know who I'm just like kind of hoping he can be? This is going to be a throwback, man.
Let's
I
go.
hope that he can be. What year? What year did this wide receiver just catch? I want him to be 2012 James
Okay.
Jones. Do you remember James Jones?
Oh my god. No.
James
James dropped
Jones, what
2012.
he was a Packer, okay? Catching passes from Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm, mhm.
Big dude. Big dude. Well, not
Well, we
really.
know
Well,
we know
he seems
Rodgers is dangerous in the red zone, and he was super greedy, especially in his early years.
yeah, he caught 14 touchdowns in 2012. 14 touchdowns, 700 yards, um, 64 balls in total, but 14 touchdowns. How can that? Can you not just see that being Mike Williams, just the ultra efficient guy, big target for Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, someone actually reached up for Lockett. That'd be sick. Someone reached up for Lockett. That's I'm at 24% Lockett, so I don't get too mad when I get clicked off of him. But yeah, we're gonna have to play catch up. So
Oh, we're
how
gonna
do
play
we want
catch
to
up.
go about do this? Do we want to go RB here and it'll allow us to stop at 5? We'll gain one on the back end,
I think you
or
can. I think you can still
do you want to
stop at
reach up?
5 at this range. So I would do Mike Williams. I know
I'm
we keep
thinking
piling
about it.
on these week 12 buys, making me a little sick and queasy, but we
Cares,
gotta do what we gotta
cares.
do, man. Gotta do what we gotta do. I think Mike Williams is the pick here for us. I think we had to go wide
I love it.
receiver.
So the Jets wide receiver 2 position is just so wide open that if
Yeah,
Mike Williams could just stay healthy, but then you also have like Ken Rogers stay healthy too. So you might have like 2 players working in that single bet of health that could be
yeah,
working against it. But we know his ceiling,
right.
and it's just the opportunity in with the Jets. It's Garrett Wilson, it's Mike Williams. Like, what are they gonna do? Bring Randall Cobb back? Like, what? Like, what's what's going on with New York? The third option
That's what
in
I mean, man.
Corley.
It's so wide open there. It's so wide open. Malachi
Corley's
Corley, maybe if he's gonna
Corley's
catch enough screen passes, yeah, then yeah, we might be in
Corley's
trouble.
kind of unproven with where he played in college, but
Dude, he's a rookie, man. At the end of the day, he's a rookie.
and we know Rodgers. This dude drops one pass, he's done. Like he's X'd out. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
especially a
But
rookie, man. So I love the price on Mike Williams, dude. I
yeah,
really do. I think people are writing off Aaron Rodgers like a little too hard outside of the Garrett Wilson and Brees Hall
yeah,
picks. These quarterbacks, they just age pretty well. They just do. And
yeah.
I think
Minus
Aaron
the
Rodgers still has a
injury,
little bit
but
in the tank. Yeah, I mean, I know when you have the Achilles, like that can really change things. But
yeah.
if he does stay healthy, like let's just yeah, maybe he doesn't, but if he does, it's a
It's
pretty good
it
pick, I
it's
think.
it's not like Rodgers has to be fucking like he doesn't have to come back and be explosive, right? He's not a running back.
No,
He just has to be able to move. And we've seen Kirk. Kirk's actually throwing balls. He actually looks pretty good. He looks pretty fluid. Um,
and
so
modern medicine, man, like people were clowning on Rodgers for talking about his Achilles. That is like he was not like people think he was like lying,
dude, he
making it
almost
up.
came
He didn't
back,
actually
right?
tell.
He
No,
almost
no,
came
that
back
is
last season.
that is real. That is a real thing going on. There are these surgeries for Achilles. They are coming back sooner. There's I know this because in my hometown there is a very he's like known nationally as a surgeon. He went to my high school, and he did surgery on his brother's
Oh,
Achilles
Stefania
6 months
Bell.
back, and
Stefania
he's and
Bell
he's
on the
running.
live stream.
Oh no!
uh, this is up to you. 12 kind of hurts here. What do you
Oh
say about
crap!
Mostert here? A couple picks after ADP or
Yep.
Purdy? It's probably
Um,
Purdy. The double stack.
you think we can get Purdy back? Maybe not.
Where's Ayuk? Ayuk's to the right of us. He gets 2 picks.
Do Purdy, dude. It's cool.
Yeah. If he didn't, yeah, the 2 picks is tough. There's actually quite a few badgeless people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 badgeless, a couple black badges.
Yeah, man. Speaking of like the badgeless folks, that's why I love like when they're. I know, like we're content bros, and whenever there's a new triple entry contest that comes out, you got to get in, you got to do the content. If you wait to draft those contests, you will see names you have never seen before. And I tell you what, man, those rooms are fun. I like drafting in those rooms. I'm most certainly going to be waiting a little bit the next time we get that type of contest.
How about like the Hound? Are you talking about like the Hound, like a 3 entry max?
I think specifically,
or like Dalmatians, like higher entry fee, or like lower, or doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter to me. I did a like I did my Greyhound pretty late, and like, dude, no, I knew nobody in that room. Knew nobody.
Cut him off.
Fantastic.
Cut him off. He's done. No more beer on the live stream. We gotta do the unique.
I'm
New
so
York.
bad with the spoonerisms. When we talk about Hope and Noomi, I always used to say like Hoop and Nomi, and
perfect.
Noop and Homie.
Perfect.
It's bad,
so
man.
What are the chances that you take over the intro for the Badge Bros? The people are asking. Everyone.
They want to know.
They need to know.
I can't. Dude, the cold opens. The cold. If I took over the cold opens, that would be the Badge Bros would be dissolved. There would be no Badge Bros. John's got to rip those. Unfortunately, it's what he does.
John's good at it. He is. So we have the Brock Purdy double stack with Debo and Kittle. Maybe maybe a little Malik Washington, maybe a little Khalif Raymond. A little action there for 16 or 17 on the very, very far end of the draft.
I think Khalif Raymond is a fine pick in the 18th. I really do. I mean, he when he gets used, he is efficient. And it's really just a week 17 play. You know, we're not drafting Khalif Raymond to get us advanced out of this pod.
That's fair. That's fair. I like the pieces he leverages too, to be honest. Like you're talking about expensive pieces in Gibbs, in Amon-Ra, in Laporta. You talk about 3 guys that go in the first 3 rounds.
Can you show me your Herbert exposure? He's a tough one for me, man.
Herbert's fine for me. I'm at 13%.
I meant Justin.
I'm a big Rashawn guy, I guess. Justin Herbert, you're probably gonna see pretty 5%.
Yeah, I'm really low on him too, and I'm like trying to change that. But right now it's tough.
Yeah,
because I don't draft Lad McConkey. But I will probably get there. Tyler's fighting the good fight to try to get me on.
Where's
him.
Lad go? Lad goes to 62. I do think he ends up in this range of 62.
God, I hope so.
And it's an 8-pick rise. I do think there is room.
All right, what other wideouts do we have here? Otherwise, we can tap.
What do you like about?
I like Robinson. I do a lot of Spears. I do like Robinson though.
Robinson or Singletary?
Let's do Robinson.
Okay.
I like Singletary too. These are we're in lockstep with these exposures. I take a lot of Singletary, man, and I don't know that there is not competition behind it, but there are not known bodies. There's bodies behind them, right? But I don't think we have to worry about Eric Gray or Tyrone Tracy like usurping our boy Singletary here.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a very quality running back. It just like he doesn't seem like he should be, you know, but he is.
Some of it's opportunity, right? If the opportunity's there, Daniel Jones isn't a tush push guy either, right? So like Jalen Jones, he'll get out, he'll get in the end zone from like 10 yards, 15, 20, whatever. He'll fall from 60 yards out on the 5. But like Singletary should be the guy on the goal line. I like both of those clicks in this range. And again, to bring someone in that's not by week 12, that should be getting a good amount of touches, feels pretty good.
Have you been grinding these coach interviews from like Coach Speak Index at all?
I love that Twitter account. I think everyone should be following it, but you shouldn't be leaning in too heavy in June. We should definitely be taking it into consideration. My question for you, and this is like a coach speak question. Are you in on ETN at his ADP, or do you think Tank Dell is just not Tank Dell? Excuse me.
I know you meant.
Yeah, Tank Bigsby. Do you think Tank Bigsby goes too late, or are they both good clicks?
I think they're both good clicks.
Same.
I think they're both good clicks.
Same.
Yeah. Tank Bigsby has the contingency value. And you don't get like that level of contingency value at round 18, other than like CEH. There's a couple scenarios where you do. Maybe it's not the best, but he definitely pays off his ADP if anything were to happen to ETN. And people just don't care that ETN was like a really highly drafted running back, really good prospect, really good every year that he's played football. I mean, like for fantasy at least. Like no running back that gets a lot of volume is efficient. By the way, I don't know why people don't understand that. Okay,
it gets ugly here. Chase Brown, I would typically go, but 2 bye week 12s. We're running into some danger territory. Josh Downs is a double stack in Indy.
I know it's gross without A-Rich, but I think we just do it. I think what if like it's still a bet that Anthony Richardson is like that dude. Obviously, without A-Rich, it's not quite as awesome. But if Anthony Richardson is that dude, like we're still benefiting from that range of outcomes. And Josh Downs is pretty good.
All right, I got you. This is the Joe Flacco team. I copy. No, this is good. No, Joe Flacco team. This is the piece you need. What are the chances Tyler plays week 17?
Tyler Boyd or no, we need Giants. Damn it. Sorry, I keep thinking Titans, and Titans is for our Jaguars.
Again, you don't really have to convince me too much to draft Josh Downs. We're at 31%. We have seen him rise too. He started around 140 in BBM 5, but yeah, he could just be a good advance rate piece, which is fine. And maybe you get one spike week out of these guys. Maybe it's a week 16 for Downs. Pittman has a down week, and he hurts a lot of players, a lot of drafters, because he's going to pick 30.
Yeah, it's rich, but I think Pittman is a grown ass man, right? Like we were down on him last year in draft season because of like the QB situation in the year prior, and then he just like reminded us that he's really good at football. I'm all in.
The Indy players, I will say, the pass catchers especially, like they have the backup of Joe Flacco. That's a good problem to have. When Joe Flacco was playing football, like if A-Rich gets hurt, it's not like the end of the world, right?
No, it's true.
They have a very good backup plan.
Yeah,
and
I don't put weight in.
Better. It's probably better for the pass.
I don't know. Maybe. I think Richardson has some. I mean, like it's not bad. It's definitely not.
Flacco was like a top 4 QB. Points per game basis.
I was there.
Gross.
I was drafting Browns in the gauntlet, dude. I was
hell yeah.
I wanted that to work.
It was close.
Yeah, and the Texans just blew it up in my face.
Yeah. See, when Cleveland became popular, we switched to the Texans, and both didn't end up working. Like you obviously wanted those KC pieces, but
yeah, I know. God, dude, I can't wait for that to happen again.
These weeks from Flacco. QB 13 overall, 10, 9, 1, 5. And this is like
just the goat.
Njoku. This is working with Njoku and Amari Cooper, but even Jerome Ford had like a super fucking long touchdown in there. Who do you like here?
Oh, man, we got so much week 12 that like at this point I think it is bad to take. And we got sniped on Kirk. Jesus. Christ.
Do we do RB here?
I would say Jerome Ford personally.
Okay. Switch.
Yeah. Right. I would go Ford, man.
We're gonna have to stack up receivers. This is just like the bye weeks are gonna be an absolute pain for us. So maybe we get Roman Wilson on the way back around, Ricky Pearsall too, but not as comfortable with Ricky with this.
I got it. I'm looking into the future. I'm figuring out who the best values are at wide receiver. He's like drafts. Can you feel it? I'm mind melding.
I'm just praying. I'm just praying. It's not Adam Thielen.
Pray harder. Pray harder.
I'm just praying. It's not. Dude, we passed up on Adam. We passed up on Adam Thielen the other night. I think at 192. It just didn't make sense for the team. But
Adam Thielen is unfortunately a pretty good pick. Unfortunately,
not for our team though. I will say, like, there are cases for Adam Thielen, but like Pittman, Kirk, like we have these floor guys. We have a couple spike week guys, but I feel like with this team we could last without Thielen.
Yeah, this is tough, man. This is a really tough room. But I think Jerome Ford is a smiggity smash at ADP, I will say.
Yeah. So you expect him to start early, have a larger role early. What do you think about Donta Foreman coming in? Is that a tell on Chubb or
No, I think
Ford?
that's just like, hey, we need an RB2.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like in case Chubb can't go, we need that backup running back because they have a lot of investment into this team of theirs with Watson and Judy and others. Like they have aspirations of like contending for a Super Bowl. So it's important that you lock up that backup running back role if Chubb can't go. And that Chubb injury was bad. The same knee that he hurt before.
In
The
college,
injury itself was gruesome. I think it's safe to like be bearish on Chubb. It's scary because we keep thinking about what Chubb was. This is a Tyler's been getting to me on here too, man. About Chubb. I don't have a lot of Chubb, but like he's been making me feel a little bit better about the Chubb fade. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm at 11%. I can't stop drafting him at like 147.
I'm getting him at like
is there. Like I'm getting it at like 147 as my RB4, and I'm like fuck
that's
it.
Fine.
Like let's do it.
I mean, his price makes him fine to take, I think, because if that upside hits, like Chubb's upside is like, holy shit, you have like a top 5 running back.
Who do you like? Who do you like here? Do you like Ricky because we have Purdy?
Yeah.
Let's fucking send it.
Yeah, because we need Purdy to be like that goddamn guy on this team for sure.
Hey, he's our first rookie that we selected this draft, so we went old school so far.
Yeah, you're drafting with me, man. This is what happens. This is what happens. I take a bunch of dusty vets that have done it before. Can't help it.
All right, we got to figure out our QB2 here. Rodgers with Mike Willie. We're done at tight end, so it's not like we're bringing in Conk. We don't have a fuck ton of options right now at QB2. Are you comfortable at this point going with just 2? Would you be comfortable with any of these just stopping at 2? Or are we locked into 3 here for you?
No, man. I think okay, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest. 2 QBs does not feel good with this team. That is 100% certain.
Hell no. Unless you want to lean into Daniel Jones.
Dude, I think Daniel Jones is a great pick, by the way. I think it's a great pick.
So can we lean into him being a value and just Purdy being an okay
pick
for his range?
Well, look at who we have, man. We've got Kittle, we've got Rizzy, we've got Debo. We clearly think on this team that the Niners are a fucking machine and Brock Purdy is an MVP candidate like he showed us last year for a point in time. I think we just go to 2 QBs here because unfortunately, dude, we've got so much to make up at wide receiver. We've got so much to make up, and it's gonna have to be part volume as far as how we make up for what we lack at wide receiver. Yeah. That's just how I see it personally.
And we're gonna save a spot, right? We're gonna save a pick on the back with 2 tight ends. We're stopping here. Our RBs are pretty strong. Like 3 RBs by Brian Robinson feels very good to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
so being able to stop at 5 there
and
stop at 2 tight ends, we're going to be able to bring 3 QBs in here very easily. It's okay. Let's try to correlate some of these guys. So Troy Franklin, I'd be Franklin over Bateman just for the fact that we can bring in Bo Nix.
Yeah, man, and Bateman might not be it. Unfortunately.
So how much do you lean into Bateman being injured to start the year last year and that sort of spelling his season? Do you buy into that at all from like the coach talk?
Definitely.
That's been the excuse.
Definitely. I think that 100% has something to do with it. But
okay.
I think it's also fair that that price on Bateman's is fine. 162, right? I can't be too mad at that. Like there's not a lot of other options at this point, but I think we just Bateman just was not as good as we thought that he was. And he's not in a good situation to have success. I mean,
I agree with that last part. From a best ball standpoint, we've seen him take a slant to the house. Like, he does have some pretty good upside. He was a high draft pick.
I love clinging to one big play. I do that all the time.
You have to. It's like, we've seen it one time. What if he does it one more? But you have to look at the range, right? I think that's important. So, like, Bateman goes next to Troy Franklin. Bateman goes next to Marvin Mims. Largely underproven. Now, I was a bigger fan of Bateman at 200, and I've had a hard time clicking him here at a 163. So I'm there with you. Like, 160s feels tough for me.
Man, this team needs Daniel Jones. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, no, that I 100% like. I saw this. I'm like, we need some sort of rushing upside at QB.
And it correlates Jones, with this indie bet too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a great way to make that indie bet make more sense. I still think it's fine, but it makes a lot more sense if we can do that.
Yeah. Yep. So do you want Wan'Dale here, or do you like Hyatt? Where are you on the Giants receiver?
No, I think Wan'Dale is a good receiver. Now
he's a dog.
Here's the thing. Okay. I would probably be okay with this being a 4 RB team. All right, dog.
Yeah, the opportunity cost though for 4 RBs versus 5 is so little. Like, where are we gonna bring in an extra receiver? Like, we don't need it at tight end, right? So, like, if we look at this squad, we have an extra pick, in my opinion, like, no tight end. So we're gonna bring in, if we bring in 2 QBs and 1 running back, do we need a 9th receiver?
I think we need a 9th receiver.
Who's gonna save the day?
We got options. I will say we got options. If we do the Giants thing, I think Slayton is a great pick too.
I like Slayton. I've been clicking him a lot more in other contests. I have yet to have a share in BBM, but I have come around to the Slayton click.
Yeah, man.
It'll be a double. I don't love doubles with Daniel Jones.
Of course not. Certainly.
Of course. No one likes a double with Daniel Jones. Not even Daniel Jones.
You're a logical person for that.
But the price, at least, you're not getting overcharged. Like, you don't care if one doesn't perform 1 week. Okay, so we would, in NEZ world, we stop at 4 RBs. We take a huge potential hit on week 12 at just RB. QB, we want to bring in 2 more, or would we stop at? Is it better to stop at 2 QBs, lean into Daniel Jones and Purdy, and bring in a 5th running back, or is it better to bring in a 3rd QB, right, and only start 1 and stop at 4 RBs?
I think we lean into, like, hey, Brock Purdy, like with the team that we built, we have to lean into the Brock Purdy is Timothy Duncan. And
is he? Yeah,
he. And then Daniel Jones got, like, I don't think he got benched, right? Didn't he get hurt? Didn't Daniel Jones get hurt? He wasn't.
The neck injury. The fucking O-line was trash. It's really hard to judge Daniel Jones from last year, in my opinion.
It is. It 100% is. They paid him a lot of money. Like, I'm not like making a case for Daniel Jones necessarily being awesome all season, but I think he can provide spike weeks, and I just think he is priced right now, in my opinion, in a way where he can be benched. I don't think that he's going to get benched. Sam Darnold.
I think we just click it now.
Yeah. We've been talking about him way too much.
I think we're pretty safe in this room from any pounders, but, like, there's no one in this range that's like, all right, we need to grab, like, one of these guys before they get sniped, right? At least for our team. Al Boogs, you can't talk that shit. You can't talk that shit if you're not in the room drafted. I love it though. Al's a good dude.
Terrence is in the chat, man, saying, "Oh, dude, you got Kittle. Kittle goes off every 5th game. What are you gonna do?" Oh no, what are we gonna do? He's our tight end too. He's our tight end too.
We scooped
Try again.
Crazy value on Kittle. Crazy value. I think there's a case for Pitts being tight end 1 this year, to be honest.
There's always a case. There's always a case. I will always leave the light on.
This year, okay. I was in a Pitts guy last year. I was thinking it was even with the field his rookie season, but last year I was very off of him. And now I'm like a Pitzer from like pick 100 in the big board. I still like him, and we're still reaching on him at 54 over some of those RBs in that range.
I don't have a lot of Pitts right now.
See, Captain Kirk loves his tight ends. This offense, the way I see it running, is like through the air, it's the Pitts and it's the London show. And if Kirk stays healthy, Pitts has a top 3 season.
100%. 100%. You can't really overstate the good quarterback being introduced to Kyle Pitts and a change of coaching and the removal of Jonnu Smith, who like Jonnu Smith was annoying, but like Jonnu Smith is good at football. Like that's part of the problem was that like there was like another good tight end there that like the way that Arthur Smith used that team last year was annoying as fantasy players, but like Jonnu Smith is a good football player. That's part of why he was used so much.
Dude, Arthur Smith was like taunting the fantasy crowd to some extent. Like we had impact on the decisions of the like it was in the back of his head because he knew he was going to get questioned on it. Like that's fucked. We don't have correlation with any of these QBs. What do you want to do here? I think we have to grab an RB.
All right. Do you want to do Keaton Mitchell shoot the moon? Or do you want to do CEH? What do you like here, man? You talk to me.
Ooh, I think with this particular team, actually Keaton Mitchell, I think could make sense.
I think as like a home run play.
If we sell it as like Jerome Ford has a bigger role early in the season, I think we can make sense of this Keaton Mitchell picking it up around week 6.
Perfect compliment. And look at the bye weeks of the running backs, right? These guys are going to be playing till like week 10 until we get our first bye week.
Right.
So that's an extra time to make up for that Keaton Mitchell hit at running back as well.
We have enough touches here, even between Bijan, James Cook, Brian Robinson. We have enough touches here. We get a 12 pick drop on James Cook. So sort of leaning into some of this value here that we got in James Cook and B-Rob, a couple pick drop, I think is more than okay. The receivers, Debo, Pittman, Kirk, Williams, Josh Downs, Ricky Pearsall, Troy Franklin, Wando Robinson. We have a mix of spike week guys, high floor guys. I'm good with it. We have our bring back play with Pittman. We have our stack with Wandale Robinson. Oh dear.
Wandale Moore.
We did beers before hockey and after hockey. We're coming from a charity hockey game, and we have 2 more games tomorrow. No casts. We in here. I haven't dropped a promo yet, so if you guys haven't dropped a like and you've enjoyed the stream, you're still with us. Slap the like on the live stream. Hit the subscribe button. We're gonna be doing a 24-hour live stream at 2K subs. Follow NEZ on Twitter, on YouTube, the Badge Bros. Link is in the description. They put out great content. If you want to find the edge in any sport, I recommend following the Badge Bros.
Thank you, man. We need this 2K sub so bad. I can't wait to be hanging with you for like 12 of those 24 hours when
I don't want to quote you.
I'm in the chat. I
don't want to quote you. I don't want to quote you. In and out. Nez is sleeping for 2 hours, coming in, dropping a hey.
I'm gonna be. You're gonna have me like. I was gonna say, man, like you're gonna make me come on stream with you, keep you company. I'm like, oh my god, bro.
12. Did anyone else get that? Did anyone? I gotta listen to that back. Did he say he's gonna come on stream for 12 hours?
just talk to me, man. Tell me about life.
Investment, bro.
All right.
Carr here is just, in my opinion, an advanced rate play.
Yeah.
Or we can go Slayton, but I'll leave it up to you.
Is Slayton there?
Slayton's there.
We gotta go Slayton.
We gotta go
Slayton, dude. Slayton is better than people think, man.
I'm okay leaning into Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy. If Daniel Jones somehow,
we just have to. Unfortunately,
some way, the O-line figures it out with the investment they've made in the draft. Somehow, some way, We have the Atlanta correlation. We have the Indy correlation. It's a pretty well correlated squad.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like that Slayton pick is excellent for the correlation. Like that is how we make the Colts wide receivers like make more sense. Like this team, it didn't feel like we had a lot of correlation on this team, and then we tie it with the dual Atlanta with the Commanders. There's our week 17 game there. And then we have this Daniel Jones pick where people are just like writing off Daniel Jones. Well, guess what? In week 17, he's using his legs and he's running all over these Indianapolis Colts, chucking bombs to Wandale, chucking bombs to Slayton, and then AR's got to respond. But because they're down so many points, Pat, they have to throw the ball. He can't afford to run. Bomb to Pittman, touchdown. Oh my God, it's Josh Downs. It's Downs. Yak God. Shifting, juking, touchdown. Now it's a tie ball game. It's overtime. Danny Dimes from the 25. The opponent's 25. Drop back. No one's open. What does he do? Tuck and run. Tuck and run. But he's not falling down this time. He's not stumbling this time. He goes all the way to the end zone. Touchdown. 41-35 New York Football Giants, and we take down 1.5 million US dollars. Tell me that doesn't happen.
I don't have to send that in $600 increments, right, to avoid tax evasion. That was great. I think that might be too long for YouTube short though. You just went for minutes. I just actually let the dog out and I just grabbed another beer and we're back. But I saw the whole thing on the phone. That was sick.
You put me on full screen. I had to add in the overtime.
So we end up with Purdy and Jones. We're really leaning into Jones starting the whole year on this team, right? Bijan, Cook after ADP. Brian Robinson, this is a good amount of touches. We're leaning into Jerome Ford early in the season. Nick Chubb having a slow start while Keaton Mitchell's healing up. So I think that pairing actually makes a lot of sense. Keaton Mitchell probably has a good amount of upside for the end of season. Obviously, his change of pace back to complement Henry. Maybe you run into an injury there with Henry. Who's the RB2 in Baltimore?
They all are, but Keaton's the best.
Yeah, I agree with that. You'd see a mix, but Keaton's probably that dude to take first and second. Debo, Pittman, Kirk, Mike Williams. Again, we were in the wide receiver. Like, there's just no one here. So you got to reach up and get your guys. Otherwise, we're going to fall way the fuck behind. Josh Downs, I don't love the double stack because it's kind of a bet against Pittman, but we do bring in this correlated. And you could get some weird, like, week 16, Josh Downs is that dude. Week 17, Pittman's that dude. So some of that behind this, we bring in we actually have a triple. San Fran, Debo, Ricky, and George Kittle. No bring back in with Miami or Detroit, but that's okay. Troy Frank. And this just opened up a QB option, right? As well as
giving us outs.
Probably. I think that range was actually pretty freaking bare, to be honest, at receiver where it's Troy Franklin. Then it was like Mims, Michael Wilson. Like it's bare there. I don't mind Troy Franklin right there.
No, not at all.
And then we bring in the back stack, the Wandale, Darius Slayton to save the day with Pitts and George Kittle. Just like we're very elite at tight end, which makes up for like a little mediocre at QB. I don't care though. Like I don't really care about that because we still have the hope.
The timeline
has that rushing ceiling game.
Yeah, it's Daniel Jones and it's that Brock Purdy triple, baby. The Brock Purdy triple is, he's actually worth a pick 50 because he's slinging it so dangerously. Look at Tyler, man.
Shout out to my dude Ty. Gifting another one. Who's it end up going to? Goes up to Jordan. Jordan's been a recent commenter on the YouTube live stream. So I appreciate you, Jordan. Nez, do you have to go? I don't want to hold you if you can't do another draft. We didn't discuss this prior to, so it's completely up to you. Don't feel pressured to have to do another one. Adjusting the seat. Don't feel pressured. It's just you and I.
Let's do one more.
Oh,
you got time?
We're fucking doing it. You guys slapped the shit out of the like button. +5. Oh, this room. Honestly, that last room wasn't that easy for having 6 badgeless people in it and being in the middle of the
No.
room.
They made us pay. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom and I'm gonna grab a refill. Be right back.
Let's go. All right,
Where we
we're
at?
gonna
Pick
hit
8?
this back in a commercial break. No, I'm just kidding. There's no commercials on this show.
Do your plugs.
Paid at the 2 spot, a pounder, Berg in the 7. Ooh, Rackham Willie in the 11. Welcome, Racka. It's been a while. It's been a while since he's joined us in a stream draft, so this is sick. So we get 3 pounders. That's not bad. That's under the national average, which we appreciate. Oh, fuck. Binny's in this one. I didn't see it. Binny in the 12 spot. Bin's in the house. Yeah, when NEZ comes back, we're going to be drafting from the bathroom. Didn't expect. I need another brewski as well. This was completely unplanned for 2 drafts, so we're getting a little bonus tonight. So if you guys are enjoying the show, go down, slap the like, hit the sub, help us get to our 2K goal, and please give NEZ a follow. Those kids, those guys are just absolutely sharp in every single contest. I do football. I'm a single sport. I'm a one trick pony. Those dudes, like if you are interested in fantasy sports and any other sport, like fucking anything from like MLB to NBA to golf, they got you. They got you. CMC goes at 1. BBM 5's about 20% full. We're also going to be updating our draft guide as well as our CSV updates every single Sunday to Monday, all the way through September. So we do the draft guide. It's completely separate to the CSV, and that's just strictly based on Underdog's current ADPs, every 20% fill rate.
Let's go.
We have about 4 pounders in this draft. I'm going to make this pick 17 draft. I'm going to do the same exact thing you did. Completely unexpected. Drank a shit ton of water, beer.
I got
need
you.
A refill, and we're doing it. What are you drinking right now, Nez?
So I started off. This is a I think it's this is a Dallas, Texas brewery. This is a Half-Life. It's by the it's cute Half-Life. You got like the nuclear name. It's by Manhattan Project, so that's why I like the cute names there. This is 6%. 6%. So we had to audible.
Packing a punch
For the Modelo. It's Modelo Friday.
The classic, the champagne of beer, one once said. We're doing the Breeze thing at 8.
Let's try. Let's do something. Yeah, we did the Bijan. It's time for Breeze.
We punished the stream with watching one RB draft. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm drinking a 617. Yeah, I did a little reinvestment of just all the YouTubes, the Patreon, the YouTube memberships. Literally put it into new mic, new camera, 1.5 years worth it.
Absolutely, man. You keeping track of that stuff? You writing that stuff off?
I 100% and completely separate all income from my separate life to YouTube's, and I think that's important too.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. You got to take advantage, man. You're putting in this hard work.
You
got to show you deduct that stuff.
You got to show the girl the numbers. Okay. You got to show her the numbers. Sometimes you got to break it down. Sometimes you got to get the calculator out. All right. Sometimes you got to add a 0, and that's okay. That's okay.
It's funny, man, because this is like me full time is this content stuff and the playing, obviously. And I have some good weeks sometimes. So I'm telling my wife, I'm like, won this night. Oh my gosh, I won this much the next night. It's awesome. And then I'll go on a down.
And she's like for a couple of days.
Yeah, and she's like, how's your stuff been going? I'm like, just shut up. I'm like,
we're good. Want to do Debo this time? Or Devontae, excuse me. We went Debo last time.
Yeah. Devontae, grown ass man. Minshew Mania at QB.
Okay.
Really not a dire situation there that people think. Devontae for sure. It's Devontae or Debo for me.
I
between
agree.
Those two.
I'm gonna let you vamp. Please drop the promo, and I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right, let's go. Take your well-deserved break, man. Pat is the man. I met Pat in in Miami for the Dog Bowl, and just an absolute gem of a human being. Chip, everything will work out for us. Absolutely. I'm trying not to sweat my baseball lineups right now. I've got a sweat going. Got a couple sweats going, so it's kind of hard for me to. I gotta turn the phone off and stay focused on this draft, because Pat and I are drafting shippers left and right. Let me tell you, dude. Let me tell you. What's going on in the chat? Let's go. Says Chip. Tyler, you out of here? GN, Tyler. Have a nice night. What do we need? I have a Mariners and White Sox stack going. I've got another team that has the Cardinals as well in a different contest. That one is and the White Sox. I made a bet on the White Sox in these contests, so they are a nice little contrarian play. They're hitting right now. Everything's coming up NEZ. It's nice. I had a bit of a downswing in the baseball streets. Nothing crazy, but when you lose in baseball, man, it just like it's different than losing in other sports, because when you lose in baseball, sometimes you're losing to, I mean, you have 18 players that you can pick in one game, and sometimes there's 10 games going on. Imagine 180 viable players in NFL fantasy every week. I mean, it would drive you crazy. At least it drives me crazy. All right, I need to call out K.
We didn't auto
K Genter. Look, you got to check out 101.
I didn't bring the phone, which is always risky business.
You can't hear me,
but I was confident. in the timing. Okay,
you did
like
well, man.
He does his signature coffee pour.
Oh, he does the coffee pour. He does quick bathroom breaks too. His bathroom must be like right next to his office. So you're drinking a white ale? Is that what that is?
Did I lose volume or did Nez?
No, the chat. Me and chat are vibing. This is.
I sat down and pulled it out.
This dude's on one. Oh my god.
This is Bush. This is complete Bush league.
He's gonna miss the pick.
All right, we're back.
Texas politics out here. Fake news. Oh,
what do we got?
We got a bit of a neighbor's fall.
Yeah. Yes, please.
You into that? I see you got 10%. Yeah. So that seems like you're a scooper.
Yeah. We'll spoon 4 picks of ADP value.
Oh, I can do it too, baby. I'm a paid member. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, you are. Big ups to you. Appreciate you, dude. And
of course, dude. Had to.
Pittman. I find it tough that DK goes behind Pittman, and it's okay. Like I'm just gonna have a little more. I'm gonna.
I get
a little heavier on DK.
I definitely get it. Because like they see, like if you were to, you're looking at the quarterbacks, like you would probably trust Geno to have more passing volume than Anthony Richardson. I mean, truth be told, the whole reason we took Pittman was to set up the Anthony Richardson stack anyways. And we just had to pivot, it's not like the whole goal was to take naked Pittman last draft. It's just
right.
Just what we ended up with, unfortunately.
Yeah. Pittman's fallen. He's fallen about 2 picks in the last month. And we've seen DK rise 2 picks. It's like nothing crazy, but,
I don't want to
training camps when you're going to get your big news. I don't think you ever get a big rise. I just don't see DK going at pick 25 this offseason, because he's just like steady wide receiver 2 numbers where you're going to get, that 1 or 2 major spike weeks. That's sort of what you're paying for.
100%. It's going to be interesting too to see if JSN moves at all. I think as camp goes on, there's a chance that we get some JSN steam. Like if he has like a nice, a nice play in the preseason, we could be seeing a little bit of steam there. Unfortunately, I mean, people react like that quickly. Like people, it's crazy.
Catches 1 touchdown in practice, uncovered.
Bump him up.
That's it.
Get enough coach speak on JSN. People are right back to where we were.
Adjust the ranks. You got to adjust the ranks.
Got it.
Did you see that? Did you see that explosiveness? Did you see what he did to that cone? That cone didn't stand a chance. That cone is now in the bench.
Cone's cut.
Cone's cut. We need a bigger cone.
Oh.
Yeah, you like are you like, hey, give me these elite QBs that fall?
I mean, when you see him at the top of the Q pass ADP, it's hard not to,
any of these elites in the 4th round feel good, right? It's not just me.
Tyron to 31 is crazy. What do you do Kelsey? You don't, huh?
I would personally do one of these 3.
I like T.
Let's go.
I do a lot of T Higgins with you, dude.
Let's go. Okay. The bye weeks are a little better on this one. I'm not even a bye week, bro, but like for whatever reason, we just ran into trouble this last draft.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. The way that like ADPs lined up, it was just mad unfortunate for us.
Matt asked, can you rate the following fast food burgers? In this, I'm not a big fast food guy, but Wendy's is not fast food.
You're in luck. I can help
McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, and Hardee's. I don't even have a Hardee's near me.
I haven't had Hardee's. What's your rank here? What's your rank?
All right, so like I like burgers, right? But like when I was grinding poker after college and not doing the work thing like normal human beings, I would do a chicken ranch sandwich from Wendy's, and that was like my go-to until like I noticed myself getting fat. I was like, oh shit, like it's got to be the Wendy's, but it's not fast food. It's Wendy's. It's in their slogan. So
yeah, it's not fast food.
It's unfair to have them in there.
Good food fast.
Exactly. What I would probably go Burger King though, if I had
Burger
the Baconator.
King is so underrated.
How about the Baconator? How about the Rodeo Burger?
This dude knows his menu items.
I went to college.
People don't know Burger King like that.
I remember college. I remember at least a year of college.
You approach that question like, I don't know, guys. Fast food's not my thing, but let me tell you about these legendary specialty burgers that no longer exist at Burger King. The Rodeo Burger.
Really? That doesn't exist. They should bring it back. That's why
I don't know if it's there anymore. Burger King is underrated though. Everybody acts like they're too good for Burger King when you talk about it.
The McGangbang, I'm not sure if that would sell well.
Do you know the McGangbang?
Please.
Is that a regional thing?
It's please.
All right. So this existed back, especially when we had, the dollar menu. RIP. McDouble $1.
Yeah, right.
McChicken $1.
The $5.
You buy 1 McChicken, 1 McDouble. You split the McDouble. You put the McChicken. You can do buns, or you can just do the chicken patty. Put it in between in one, and then you smash it together, and now you have bun, patty, bun, chicken, bun, patty, bun. You've got yourself a McGangbang, my friend.
How the fuck do you eat that?
You got to unhinge your jaw like
from
a
the
python.
side. From the side. You have to extend. It's a lot of fucking extension.
Here's AR, of course.
Yeah,
not
AR,
here,
right?
What do you think?
I'm just like AR in this range.
Stack across the universe, as we like to say.
Just like, fuck it. Give me Josh Downs late. I don't care. Or
Send
Woods.
Send it, man. AR is a grown-ass man. It's hard for me to say no to him.
He's got to have, in this range, if I'm not going elite tight end and A-Rich is on the board, it's just really tough for me to look at someone that could finish as, a top 3 QB if he stays healthy all season, and then look at like Jaden Reed or Rashad White.
Yeah, I think Jaden Reed is legit, but it's scary. And I'm not going to make a big bet on Jaden Reed, but like in the past I probably would have. But I think Jaden Reed is legit. There's just obvious concerns.
The snap counts and how they utilize this offense is fucking it's scary. I'll pull it up. There's like no consistency. So this is like playoff weeks. You can dig into those if you like that as well. But like Jaden Reed going from like 50 to like 60, like ending in the 60% range when you have Christian Watson not playing too. And obviously, I think Christian Watson eats into Wicks. So I'm sort of out on Wicks and Dobbs, but Dobbs plays the most snaps, like consistently. Reed,
this is a tough room. It's a
if
tough
you want to
wide
make the
receiver room.
speculation because Reed was a rookie and like maybe he grows and he earns more snaps, like I'm cool with that. But it is a tough room. I 100% agree there.
Yeah, it's a little hard to
100% agree
decipher,
there.
and like it seems like, you know, given that context, it seems bad to pay up for the most expensive one if it looks that ambiguous. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just think Reed might be legit good, but yeah, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell.
C40, welcome to the live stream. Says GM, Pat, and Nez. Pat, I can't keep up with you. Had to stop listening to your weekly winners video to catch you live. Yeah, this week, the last 2 weeks, we've been pushing out the content and we bringing in guests. And appreciate everyone that's come on the show, from Steph to Bindles to Neil Orfield, Nez. Like we've really been grinding, and it's been paying off. You guys are slapping the like. I'm coming back every day, fucking stoked with all the beat reporter shit, which is like it's minimal right now. So
the weekly winner stuff is awesome. That was really dope.
It was a good break from BBM too, where I don't want to overdo it with BBM, and I like finding edges, and that's sort of what got us into doing that with
that was really cool.
But Hayden said they're actually going to drop the full data set soon.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, from last year. Ridley would have been, I think, the click. What are your thoughts on Joe Mixon falling and then Kittle being here or one of these receivers?
I am into Addison. I see you don't have a lot of him. I just hammer wide receiver here, to be honest.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'm into Addison. I think Addison's a really good player. And part of the team. What's up, dude? I see you.
Facts.
With Addison, the situation in Minnesota was like borderline stone worst range of outcomes besides Jeff being hurt and opening up volume opportunities for Jordan Addison. Yeah. But Jordan Addison was still good. He was still good. And like, I'm not,
he made a lot of his own opportunities too.
Exactly. Like you look at not I mean, hate to, you know, bring down someone to bring up someone else, but like you look at QJ, who had all the opportunity in the world for him to do something with the opportunities that were presented to him and did not capitalize. Where Jordan Addison looked the goddamn part of like where he went in the drafts. Now you have, fortunately, like Sam Darnold probably starting, but like JJ McCarthy there. I just think that the situation is not that bad, and I trust the coaching staff in Minnesota. I'm a believer in Jordan Addison, man. And like I said, this is typically what I do in these drafts is I just hammer wide out. Just hammer it.
I love that. You can fall behind very quickly too. We're not picking till 80. Sometimes like C-Watt's off the board. Deontay Johnson's rising. JSN getting a little positive news right now as well. He'll be a little mini too for week 16 here, which is an interesting ad, as well as DeAndre Hopkins. Let's see how many pounders are in front of us. Berg paid, I think, only 2, unless someone snuck in from this room. But Rackham Willie and then Binny on the back end at 11 and 12.
Rackham, I see Rackham Willie a lot. I love that name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very easy to remember.
Yeah, Rackham.
But I think let's give away a YouTube membership. How many likes away? We're 17 likes away from 100.
Okay.
That is, we have 89 in the live stream. We have 83 on the Twitter machine. Hit that link, join, hit subscribe on the YouTube machine. Help us get to 2K. And this way you can follow Nez, and you probably already are, but follow Nez on all platforms. Link in the description.
I'm about to juice up these likes. Let me switch over. I got like I'm logged
Dude,
into like 6 different YouTube accounts.
NEZ is pumping the numbers right now. This is
stuff in
making
the
me
ballot.
now I'm just gonna I have to go back into the Badge Bros history and just look at every video and just say like, all right, minus 7 likes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Nez is logging on his wife's account, his dog's account.
Lizard, pet lizard, grandma, like aunt, like 100%. Hi, auntie.
Let's go. I wonder if if we can get 100, can we get
easy.
Somebody
Easy.
get a bonus man be sent by a mystery user. I wonder if we can get that.
My pet dog's watching, so I remember back in the day, it used to be me, my +1 account, my brother, and then this dude, Ben. Shout out to Ben. Ben's got the nuts. One of my longtime followers, still a Patreon member.
Awesome.
he was in those early rooms where we're touting like Josh Jacobs 2 years ago. Like, it's a fucking contract year. I'm buying the dip.
Don't you love that, man? You gotta love those OGs. You never forget. Your first viewers.
100%. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Adam. Shout out to so many people. Gonzo, Larry. There's a million of them.
Okay.
Curious who you like here. You have Kamara falling 12 picks. Obviously, I'm not a big Kamara guy.
No, not me neither, brother. I think I'm Evan Ingram. Yeah.
Down.
Send it.
Down.
Send it.
So Hayden had Evan Ingram on the fade list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that matches my energy. But I will say it was because of he likes Ferguson later. But Ferguson like goes right here. It's not like you can like.
Yeah,
do you want to flip those two? I'm okay if you want to flip those two. I really am.
Yeah, I think you can make a case.
I'm still gonna have like I have 17% Ingram, I have 21% Ferg. Like I don't disagree with that, but I wouldn't fade Ingram.
Right. No, I would not advocate for a full fade of Ingram. I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good at football.
Hayden's fadeless. I was stoked because like literally, I think everyone else but Ingram, I was completely on board with the fade, including players like with Diggs and Zay Flowers is a very interesting one. And I'm completely on board with it.
Man, I know. I am also like really light on Zay Flowers. Really light on Zay Flowers.
Wow. Yeah. Bonding session. Let's go.
Dude. I mean, I get it. I think he's a good player, but like, we kind of mentioned the passing situation in Baltimore. I think the one thing in his favor is like it's Andrews and then it's him, right? Like not a lot of other like target competition there.
Right.
I also probably just have a bias against like small wide receivers too.
Well, shit. Like you have an offense where Andrews is an alpha. He's coming back. If he stays healthy, sure, Zay Jones doesn't need the target share to have a spike week, but fuck, he needs a target share to pay off his ADP.
I mean, that's
just
the volume. I worry about the volume and like, I mean,
definitely.
I just think he's this like I don't think he's a bad pick, but I think he's not. I don't think he's like I don't think he has top 5 wide receiver in range of outcomes. Not that you need that at that pick, but I just don't really see him as the slam dunk that other people that I trust think he is.
And I've shared this with the Pounders. We'll share it tonight. What do you think about Ferg here? Ferg and Ingram.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do this double. Let's do this double tap scheme.
Hero RB build with an elite QB.
Yeah. And then
because have the neighbors bring back for this week 17 matchup with Indy, so it's already pretty fun.
Oh yeah, man, we're all over this Indy. We're gonna get there, however the hell it takes to get there. We're gonna be there with that matchup on goddamn lock. I tell you what. And it's nice because you got AD Mitchell, Josh Downs there, just always just waiting for you.
All right, let me share this because this is at the very least interesting, and I'm not sure if everyone in the live stream has seen this. So Zay Flowers, half point PPR, his spike weeks, his big ones at least were wide receiver 3, wide receiver 7, and wide receiver 9. Wide receiver 3, he hit it on a rushing touchdown as well as a passing touchdown. The receiving yards were minimal, so he really gets there with the 2 touchdowns. The rushing touchdown was big for him. Was that the Dog Bowl week? 12?
14. Or wait, no. Week 12. Wait.
No, it was 14. You're right. Dog Bowl was 14.
Yeah, because he had that receiving touchdown.
He still had a big week. So 7 and 9, right? The 17 points and 18 points. Nothing crazy. Nothing to write home about. But now when you go to Lamar Jackson, right, and you look at his spike weeks here, 7, wide receiver 7 and wide receiver 9. Lamar, QB1 overall. He finishes QB 14 on the week that Zay Flowers gets a rushing touchdown. I don't really want to bet on that. Now with Andrews coming back, like the ball should be spread a little more.
That's the thing, right? Andrews wasn't even there.
But shit, if I'm going Zay Flowers, I'm leaning very heavily into bringing in Lamar. So what Pick 6 did here, I think it's very important.
Yeah, no, like a Lamar pass catcher without Lamar, even Andrews for my money, man. I hate it. I'm gonna use the H word. I don't like to say I hate things. I hate a Lamar pass catcher without Lamar.
Ooh, Billy Jones from Spike Week. We should mention.
I'm Sports Viz BJ, man. That's my guy.
Dude, great content from Billy. Yeah, we're reposting everything that I can of his in our Discord as well. Very sharp. A Massachusetts cat.
Oh yeah,
a Massachusetts cat.
I was a Massachusetts cat for a year.
Count it. Oh man, we're losing the voice. A lot of shit talking tonight.
Yeah. So
the charity hockey game, we got to make it fun.
We are I would love to get both AD Mitchell and Josh Downs on the team.
I'm cool with that.
That puts us, like, because we have this decently early investment, we could potentially push it to 7 wide receivers. I guess it just like depends on how we're looking.
Yeah. What I really like this range of RBs. I'm not sure if you feel the same.
This is a good range.
Hitting this range in RB feels good. How about a QB2? Is it going to be a Danny Dimes QB2?
Probably not, because we actually landed a Rich on this team. So
yeah,
we'd probably.
But with Neighbors,
I know. I just have I'm not like okay.
Who do you like? Who do you like here? We can.
I don't really do a lot of Benson, man. But if you want to, we can. Otherwise, I'd probably do Singletary this time.
We'll bring in this little mini with the Giants. I'm cool with that.
Yep, let's do it, man.
Pat in the house. We're in Central Mass here.
Central Mass. Okay, I worked and I commuted to Weymouth whenever I was out there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a little
Dorchester. We never see Dorchester on the news.
No, what do you say, Dorchester?
Dorchester. No R's.
No R's.
That's a Worcester thing. Worcester.
Oh yeah, Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was all over donkeys out there, man. I was a donkey's fiend whenever I was out in Mass, man.
I bet you were, you sicko.
Iced coffees. That was back whenever I was there during the golden age of donkeys. Whenever if they used to give you iced coffee, obviously in the plastic cup, but like they were mad wasteful. But like I love it. They would give you the styrofoam on the outside too.
Oh yeah, not cheaping out. Keep the ice cold from melting.
That's the greatest insulator on planet Earth.
This morning we actually we went to the local bagel shop and grabbed a cold brew, a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel, American cheese, lightly toasted, and we ripped a 3.5-hour stream this morning. And
I saw that.
We had a time. Yeah, you joined in. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I had to pop in there. Yeah, before I did the MLB,
right, for the members.
Yeah.
How's that going? The members only channel. What sort of success, and are the members really appreciating that members only content? I guess
I
because
think
I don't do any
so.
of that.
I think so. It's nice just because like you know, you're doing a lot of extra stuff. Like you're giving your members, you know, guides, you're giving them extra stuff with your memberships, which is like is great. And that like so me and John and I had to kind of think of like what we want to give back to the members as opposed to just like,
Yeah.
hey guys, like this helps support us. But let's like
Right.
give you
Right.
something on top of
Right.
it because like we don't have, you know, a private Discord because it's already been open to the public, so we don't really want to like kill that dynamic. I am in first right now. I do have an anti-sweat going on, so it's not quite as fun as like a, you know, hoping you score points. I think we just do 80 unless you want to do spears and push it.
Fucking push it.
All right, we got downs as a
AD falls. AD falls quite a bit.
Yeah, if you don't, yeah, if they
this
don't
is
have,
this is quite the push, but I've seen him fall to here. In worst case, you get downs most likely.
yeah,
At
then we reach
131.
for downs otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been cool. The thing that I wish StreamYard would do is like, you know, when you're streaming, you can like see your view count. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I can't see the view count when I'm streaming behind the paywall. So I just have to hope people are in there with me hanging.
Weird. Wait. So it's like, so when you're streaming to members only, it doesn't show you the view. It's just like a weird.
No, because it pulls the view count from like the front facing because like everybody can see how many people are chilling watching you right now.
I see.
That's where they get those views from.
I see. I copy. Yeah, and it hides it to everyone else that tries to peek the page too.
Yeah,
so
and when you're on members,
sense.
like it doesn't show you the view count on members. I don't think.
That's all right. Trust me, they're watching. They're watching.
Yeah. So it's just like you just gotta hope, you know. And it was funny, man. The first time I tried it, for whatever reason, it was a glitch, and I couldn't see the comments. So I was like, oh dude, I just gotta power through and like they'll watch it later, right? They'll watch it later. And then I pulled up YouTube and I see all the comments, and I was like, whew, you guys, I thought I was back at square one.
The thing is, like, you're not just doing like a 50-minute stream, like you're doing an hour, 2 hours on some of those streams.
Right. So it's like, oh man,
you're putting in the work.
Yeah,
and it's multi-sport. So like if you guys want to get into like MLB, you guys want to get into NBA, hockey, golf, like you guys got it all covered. So I love that about you guys.
Nice, man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Been enjoying you know, all the dailies. They've been growing, which is awesome. It's tough to get growth in these contests because they're time consuming. To draft takes time out of your day. Now, basketball, you can auto draft if you have good ranks.
Basketball.
You can that takes a lot less time to draft. You don't have to because there's so baseball, NFL, and hockey, so much correlation involved. Correlation.
Got it. How about golf?
Golf you can auto
less, right? It's just completely auto.
Yep, golf is really cool. Shout out to Jay Baconator. He's a friend of our show, and he crushes golf. That is, but I golf is hard for me, man. Golf is really tough.
I don't even know if you're talking about dailies right now or just regular golf.
Both for sure. I am not. I have some good. Sometimes, man, I'll stripe a ball. Sometimes, man. I put some fucking iron
early in the season when you forgot all the fucking mishaps and you have no bad like.
Oh yeah, everything's great.
You're loose still. The hips are loose. You're not even thinking about the swing, and it's just clean. Yeah, I love the early portion of the golf season.
Yeah, you get me on that tee box on fucking 4 though, and then all of a sudden I'm in my head like, all right, like I shanked the last one. Yeah, this time we're really gonna come around and hook this, and
we're gonna have to have some streamer outing, some golf outing, because I mean, like, we're not cool enough to win BBM, so
not. I mean, this is gonna be the year, man. I think this is downs, by the way. I think you do. Downs.
Yeah. Perfect. It fell back to us right in the pocket.
Perfect.
We have this nice little stack with a little double bring back, but the price isn't too expensive. We have the week 16 stack with spears, with A-Rich and downs. This is sexy. We're done at tight end, so we're going to save a roster spot in the back. Again, we went sort of too early tight ends together, and it's not the same pricing as last year, though, right? Like the first tight end off the board was Kelsey at pick 6. right? Last year.
Yeah.
It's very different from those prices. The second tight end, Andrews, he gets hurt. So like a lot of that data with tight end, I feel like is a little skewed too.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think you can copy and paste that stuff and think that it's going to work out the exact same. You just have to be mindful of it. Like I wouldn't do it with Laporta and Kelsey. I think that is bad. I don't but like we can use our brains there and kind of ascertain that. Like like why would we do that?
Pull up the YouTube video on the side to see the.
It doesn't work with Membies, dude. For the Membies, it's not the same.
It's teaching you.
I love Chip.
Shout out to Chip. Yeah, shout out to Chip. We don't have correlation with Herbs here. So and this is why I sort of end up ignoring Herbert.
I
actually like Palmer, but I'm only at 14%.
Yeah, that's above the field. That's more than me. Yeah, Herbert's an interesting one. I don't think we need him here, but like,
no, absolutely not. Do you like RB here? Do you like receiver? Excuse me.
Yeah, dude, this is tough because like Dotson is like a tough click, I think, and so is like Gabe. But I think I would maybe go. We could do Sharps if this is what you want to do.
Yeah,
I like Sharps.
I guess we'll do we'll by week 10 to different week. Yeah, I don't mind sort of evening this ADP. We don't know how the new offensive coordinator in Seattle is going to use these RBs too, which is a little attractive.
Yeah,
with
there's there could be a little bit more rotation there than we were used to. We know Charbs is good. The standalone value is like fine, not great, but like obviously I think the contingency value is some of the best that you can find, no doubt.
He's just one of those guys you're going to bring in on your like 0 RB teams. I think he makes sense here, especially as a fourth RB, different bye week. We have a hero RB build anyways with Breece Hall. So we can bring in, I would think this is going to be a 6 RB build, but we could stop at 5 if we needed to.
I think we could stop at 5.
Yep. I agree.
But I push it. I push it, man. I think like if you do 5, like I think this is a room that you could do 5 with. Just me personally.
Damn, I didn't even realize this. Yeah, Fantasy Football Garage, a content creator of his own.
Yeah,
he does late night shit. So check
I love it.
Fantasy Football Garage out, and the new rework of the logo, sick in his background. NEZ, I saw you in a few of the season-long PGA draft rooms back during the winter. Got any Albatross scrambles advancing?
I got some Albatross, man. I'm looking decent Albatross, so definitely excited about that. I have some scramble returns going. Got like 24 left in the scramble returns, 7 left in the Albatross. That'll be fun to get something in the finals. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I had success in the dailies, some success in playoff best ball.
Yeah,
back when Bengals and Rams were in the Super Bowl, but like the season long stuff, I'm still waiting for my first big one.
I didn't even know they had season long for golf. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they do 2 different ones. So like there's a ton of like events for golf.
Okay. I know that.
And then there's the majors. So Albatross is just like the majors. That's their big one. Albatross is that is $50K to first. And then and then they have like the scramble that is like much tougher because like, Scotty Scheffler, best golfer on earth, doesn't golf like every single event. So like
I thought you were gonna say doesn't know how to putt.
That too. That too. If Happy learns how to putt, he's up there with the goats.
Yeah, he is. One of the best ball strikers ever, right? So
ever. Yeah, like legitimately. So golf is a really fun sweat in that regard.
That's awesome. And anyone can have a fucking day. I know that myself when I'm on the course. Like anyone can have a day. If I can have a day, anyone can have a day.
I know you can go low, man. I know you're going low.
Shout out JV golf team. My boy lending the other team his driver to test it out, and we get like disqualified for that match.
What? Why wouldn't they get disqualified? They're the one using it.
we lived a little bit, man. We lived a little bit, and then I was multi-season hockey, so like eventually I just stopped. But I'm a big, as you can see, I'm a big Roman Wilson guy.
Yeah.
Bye week 9's it's just so easy to bring in here too. Who do you like here? Can you get me off the Roman Wilson click with someone?
It's him or Rizzy, dude. Rizzy Pearsall or Roman, and I like Roman.
Beautiful. I'm not going to complain. But we are 4 likes away from giving away that YouTube membership. If you guys haven't already, go down, slap the like on the live stream. 4 likes away. And if you guys are watching on Twitter, hit the link in the description because we are going to be giving away a YouTube membership to someone in the live stream, and hit subscribe. I believe it goes to a subscriber. So just a little tip there. And we'll give that away probably in 7 picks because we're going to hit it. I have full trust in the community, in the chat room.
Oh man. Yeah, Roman Wilson, dude. If they don't make a trade at wide receiver,
He smashes.
I don't know how he does it.
And Freiermuth. They both probably hit.
Yeah. Like I don't know how they wouldn't.
You can only throw so many balls to Pickens. And that's why I've sort of been stressing, like he's not Keenan Allen.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, at least he hasn't been. And if he is, then like I'm in trouble because I'm not drafting George Pickens. I'm the resident Steelers fan here, dog. I'm not even drafting a lot of George Pickens.
Now, I do believe Roman Wilson needs some strategic offensive coordinator coaching and plays for like a lot of slants and stuff to get this guy open.
Probably.
But shit, there's just not a lot there in Pittsburgh. There's just not a lot. So like if they make a trade for T. Higgins, like, yeah, you're probably getting your Roman Wilson shares blown up, but it's pick 152.
Right.
You honestly don't feel too bad about it. The risk is worth the reward.
Absolutely. Like I think he's a talented little wide receiver. And I trust the Steelers' evaluation of wide receivers as well. I actually haven't seen that.
That's a good point. No, I haven't seen this either, but this sounds hilarious, and he says it was hilarious.
Oh man. You know what just happened? You just hit 100 likes.
Yeah, it's happening. All right, we'll give everyone till this pick to log in from Twitter to the YouTube machine. Hit the subscribe button, get in the comments so you can win that membership.
Well, I think I'm going to reward the folks that are with us right now.
Stop.
Let's see who it is.
What's NEZ doing? One is going to Chip.
My man.
Yo, come on, tell me there's no bias there. Tell me there's no YouTube commenter bias. Chip going off in the comments.
Let's go. The algorithm knows.
In the comments.
The algorithm knows how to reward the people.
100%. There's no way that's luck.
Dude deserved it.
We're done it. We can't do tight end. QB, we have just like no correlation with any of these dudes. Are you good with an RB like Chuba or Jaleel, or do you want to bring in Corley?
I like Chuba.
I love Chuba.
Cool.
And I don't have enough Chuba. Like 4% is criminal because he goes so much later than Jerome Ford, and I just view him so similar to Jerome Ford.
Yeah.
Where, like he should have a big role early, just like Jerome Ford we're expecting. There's 3 RBs in the offense: Sanders, Brooks, Chubb, and Donta Foreman. One goes at pick 172, and Ford goes at pick 134. So he's actually fallen 2 picks since we've last done this. But that's a shit ton, right? That's 30. That's 38 picks later for kind of a similar play, in my opinion.
It is a very similar play. Chuba's got to fend off obviously a really good running back prospect in Carolina there. That is like the tough thing. And it is a cleaner injury from my understanding, but
returning from a serious knee injury.
Yeah. Let's say even in like the best case scenario for Jonathan Brooks, GA, my man.
Yeah. Beast. We appreciate you, man. And it goes to Hectic, a lurker, not a commenter, a lurker. In the stream.
Ooh, we see you, Hectic. Even if Jonathan Brooks like doesn't get put on the pup,
Yeah.
and he starts the season as a Carolina Panther, and he's active, I still think that he probably does not like own like a lion's share of the workload, at least to start the season.
Right.
And Chuba has some standalone value to begin the season to help you as an advance rate piece, or maybe he's good enough to stick around and have a role potentially. He's just a really good price right now.
And the potential of re-injury, and you're paying pick 172. It's like shit.
Yeah.
In this 4%, like I've had trouble getting him. So like reaching up at 161, like I don't mind it.
No, not at all. At this point, man, once you get past like round like 14, it's get your guy season.
I love that. All right, we're gifting one. Appreciate everyone coming out. Appreciate all you guys that have gifted a membership already. NEZ, GA, everyone. Good luck. Good luck.
Let's go.
May the best man or lady win. Zachary, congrats, bro. Zach G. I'm not even gonna try. Do you want to try that last name? I'm not even gonna try.
Gronendahl. That's Gronendahl. I know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Gronendahl.
Zach G, baby.
Zach G is very, very, very clean. See, I'm comfortable with stopping there.
Congratulations.
We still have one QB. We're pushing it, and I think that's okay. We have a little correlation with McCarthy here. Is there? You still don't like the Daniel Jones here? I know we did it on the last stream. That I try not to let that affect me.
Yeah, for me, it's just like the two QBs of the same game. I think it kind of limits your outs.
I agree.
We're playing for
I agree, but let's see. So like,
but we don't really have many other options at the same time.
Who do you like? Who do you like in this range? If we took Rodgers out of it, which we don't have, and we can't bring in Conklin here, Corley's off the board, right? Corley's off the board. Yeah, Corley's off.
Oh man, I do like Wandale. I'm sorry, dude. I can't help it.
I'm fine with that. I only have 11%. Last stream probably brought me to like 13.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. It's it's a run back. We're playing the AR week 17 game. I can't help it, man.
All right. The positive side, I did a Detroit Dallas super stack last year with Goff, Amon-Ra, Lamb. I had Laporta. We had Brandon Cooks, super stack for week 17. Obviously, that's a game that was the highest scoring game total. So we're looking at like, I don't give a F who the QB is. I don't care because like you're not, the price doesn't really matter. On Goff and Dak last year, they're both going like around 100 plus. So
and the nice thing,
the highest scoring game total, we came in fourth in the Dalmatian.
Oh hell yeah, man! Hell yeah. The nice thing about Richardson is he's got a week 14 bye, so it really opens up your options. If you, let's say, you have a quarterback that maybe needs a little bit of time to come on to the scene.
Yeah, return from injury, perfect.
Maybe maybe a benching of the starting QB potentially, and he gets on the field. You never know.
My question is, Rodgers at 185. Do we just do it with Breece Hall and make it work?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to talk you off that.
Yeah,
like at that point, it's strictly an advance rate piece, and we have Anthony Richardson.
And you have some weird stack too with Breece Hall, which isn't bad, but like 19, 18 picks correlated, semi-correlated. I think that we could definitely sell on that. This guy's got a 1392.
Ooh,
it's not tragically bad.
It's well. If you're gonna do a 1392, that's probably how you do it, right? I mean, your three running backs should be before pick 82. That's for sure. And he goes
all after ADP. I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
not guys that I'm particularly in on, but after ADP.
Oh, dude. All right, let's just do it.
It's like you're taunting us, and you're selecting Breece Hall at 8. You're selecting Garrett Wilson at 12. Where's the Garrett Wilson drafter? Where are you? Shame on you, Rack.
They're taunting. Like you said, man, they're taunting.
He's got 2 early. He's leaning in on these guys. I'm cool with that. Where's the Mike Willie drafter now? Now we have to shame him. He's got 2 through Joe and Tua. So maybe just leaning into those 2 is fine too. I'm cool with that. It's like we luck out, and this could be an advanced rate piece, but semi-correlated.
The fact that we have Brees makes it correlated, right? Like it helps for the advance rate, right? Where it's like, okay, like this offense is humming, good offenses. That's good for the QB and the RB.
Yeah.
And Brees is a target monster, right? Like Brees gets targeted a lot.
Yeah.
We know Aaron Rodgers is not shy to target his running backs either, so it makes sense.
When the next QB off the board is JJ McCarthy, like,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a player for the advance rate for the purpose of helping the advance rates. Like, there's nothing wrong at this range, man. Nothing wrong with it. Especially that's part of the game.
Especially when the other guy's well correlated too. We got the week 16 and 17 with Spears and Wandale and Neighbors, even better. It's fun. It feels a little gross, right? Like the other day we selected on Bindle's stream Geno Goff 30 picks after ADP, and he wasn't correlated, but like he's strictly an advanced rate piece, and people didn't like it. They wanted the Daniel Jones click, and I get that, but
yeah,
you can get Daniel Jones any time of the week at 204. When you get Geno at 204, it feels just like
it's way more rare,
a little better. And I get it, like in a single game slate, you want the rushing upside QB, but
for sure. But so when you're making picks this late, man, like these guys are probably not, like, to be quite honest, these guys are probably not going to matter anyways. Like, let's just be real. They're probably
unless they end up being good values, right? Is there a realm possibilities that Aaron Rodgers is a good value at 157?
Well, right. Like that much better chance of Aaron Rodgers contributing for us, like throughout the regular season and in the, than some of these other guys. Braylon Allen is moving up fast. How about that?
Yeah, that's about where we have him ranked in the CSV.
Yeah.
And he is probably going to move up higher than that relatively quickly. I put him there just for now, so it's not like you don't have to reach too high, and we update those every single week.
Just to be aware that he's a riser.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta know, because if you don't have somebody like you telling your users that that's happening and they're not as dialed in as you are, they're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss it.
And they'll select him if I put him at like 180. If I put him at 184, like I don't want him at 184 where you can still get him at 194.
Yeah, like
who do you like here, Nez? We have a 2572. We're done at tight end.
Oh,
I know
dude,
we haven't really talked about it. McMillions.
Yeah, let's
Demarcus Robinson correlated.
McMillie. We got McMillie correlates with Chuba.
Okay. Well,
nice rookie. Get some rookie upside in round 17 for sure.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, sorry, we've been just having so much fun here. I'm losing track of what could be beneficial for this.
Our team's not done. We're not done drafting our team. Like it feels like it's done.
I thought that was it. I thought we were all good.
We're good with 16. We're good with 16 players.
Yeah, y'all can have it.
Are you good with 2 QBs here, or are you typically? Would you bring in a third here?
So you could, just because like
we get him so late.
These are
good
on
that
QB
value,
options left. You know what I'm saying? Like these are usable QBs. And like I don't know, all these other picks. It's like, who would you rather have? I think we're okay on running back, but you could add a 6th running back for sure.
It gets gray.
I just don't feel great.
No pun intended. It gets gray.
Very gray.
And a 9th receiver feels worse than a 3rd QB.
Right. At that point, it's like let's just like be honest with ourselves about these range of outcomes here. Like how often is our 9th receiver doing something for us that is not going to correlate? Yeah. Jeez. Shout out Xavier Gibson, man.
I want to believe. I want to
legend.
believe. Yeah, I want to believe.
Legend.
Just the first game, just the whole story is so sick. Returning the punt for the win.
And then Slayton goes too, so we don't even have anything there. Like,
yeah, the one trick pony's been exposed. Slayton's gone. We have no other option but to go QB.
The only other option that I would say is Tyler Boyd correlates in week 16. And I think, if they're gonna be slinging that shit in Tennessee, that Boyd is definitely the wide receiver 3.
Is this I've been getting tagged with you in Justin Fields, and we have Roman Wilson. Is this a real thing? Is this the spot to do it for more rushing upside?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, dude. You trying to win $1.5 million or
yeah,
or what?
I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose 1.5 million, so I feel like I have to.
You're gonna be so happy. You're gonna be so happy when Justin Fields is starting after their week 9 bye. You're gonna love it.
If you told me Justin Fields was playing 3 games this year and it was week 15, 16, 17, I would draft Justin Fields here in round 18.
That's what I mean, man. If you, it's the uncertainty, obviously, but like the fact of the matter is that when Justin Fields is a starting QB, he is.
It's true.
He has that ceiling that everybody is aware of.
It's true.
Everybody knows it.
It's true. It's very true. And he's a player right now in round 18. I probably want to be hovering 8%, 6 to 8%, because if you're
I'm
under,
not gonna be over, man. Everybody's
under, if you're under and he's playing week 17, your stomach is starting to spin a little bit. Like you don't feel good about it.
Yeah, no, nobody's psyched about that.
And he can get there in 2 ways, right? Like Russ can underperform Pittsburgh's offense. I mean, wide receiver 2's Roman Wilson, expectedly. Maybe it's Pat Fry, wide receiver 2. But
this dude's going to be toting the rock.
It's an offense that could underperform, even though Russ didn't play too bad last year. But still, the wins might not be there, and Justin Fields could find his way on the field.
So I am being like very realistic. I'm gonna post about Justin Fields all the time because like I was a Justin Fields bull out the wazoo last season, despite it not working out for me. But I love that he's a Steeler, so I'm gonna post about Justin Fields on the Steeler being a Steeler all the time. I am fully like aware that like I'm probably less optimistic on him like starting football games than most people.
Okay.
Just because of what you said, Russell Wilson like was not that bad last year.
Right.
I think the path to Justin Fields getting on the field is the Steelers they start off poorly. But that's kind of tough because like no matter how bad the Steelers are, Mike Tomlin puts good football teams, he just wins games. So like it just doesn't feel super likely. Plus the way that they built this team right now, like they are really leaning heavily on the defense, going to lean heavily on the ground game. They beefed up the line like a major amount. They brought in Arthur Smith, who like can put efficient run games and game plan. It just like wouldn't surprise me if like Russ isn't put in situations where he's losing games where it's like we have to make a change at QB. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that they're going to be asking enough of him to do that unless they are losing games. And
right. There's a better chance that they're losing games early while they're building, and maybe like Roman Wilson's learning, and the offense might not be gelling because it's new.
Right.
So. And then obviously you have the contract stuff with like Justin Fields. If he starts like 51% of games, they give up a 4th round instead of a 6th round. So pending injury, I don't think Justin Fields plays 51% of games unless Russ gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, if you got 50% of games of Justin Fields, you'd probably be drafting him in like the 14th.
Oh yeah, definitely
easy. So if you could guarantee that, and then you can guarantee the back end of the season.
Yeah, when those games are when are those starts coming?
You can't, but guess what? He's a round 18 flyer on a team where we're good with just this correlated Rodgers and A-Rich, Breece Hall, Singletary, Spears, Charbonnet, Hubbard. Kind of a fun group here. Hero RB.
Yeah.
We tap into RB2 at Singletary, bring in Spears. Devontae Adams, Neighbors, T. Higgs, Addison, Downs correlated, Roman Wilson correlated, you could say, Wandale and Jalen McMillan, Evan Ingram, and Ferguson. So this was a fun one. Let's cover some of the pounders in this
Yeah,
draft.
let's see them.
And okay, a little Mahomes and Dak.
Ooh.
That feels strong. Achane, Montgomery, Corum. And then he brings in his next one, Irving, Herbert, Braylon. I like this RB room, to be honest.
I think that's how you do it. When you start off with Achane and Montgomery, I think that's where you attribute the rest of the capital.
It's beautiful. Achane, like big spike week guy. Montgomery thinking a little more floor. Corum maybe spells Kyron. Irving maybe spells Rashad White a little bit. What are your thoughts on Herbert this season? Gut feeling, does he stay in Chicago?
Yeah, everybody's talking like he's going to get traded.
There's no guarantee that he gets traded.
No,
there's no guarantee.
I think he has value even if he doesn't get traded, just because like DeAndre Swift is not like this workhorse, like I still think that he's gonna, not that it's like not that it's great usage, but he still will have some usage with DeAndre Swift there. And if he doesn't get traded, the contingency upside, I think, is very strong with this team, that he's in a much better, the team is much better around him. I still think that he's a good running back, man. So I was off him for a while because I was so heavy on him last year and got burnt. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think he's a really good pick at where he goes.
I think it's fine on ADP if he doesn't get moved, sort of like you said. Who's asked? I don't know how I feel about stacking Fields with the pass catchers. If Fields gets on the field, the pass catchers probably haven't had a good season up to that point, but Fields is a different guy, right? Like Russ, not typically known for targeting the tight end. Fields loves the tight end. So maybe Fields is actually good for Freiermuth, where we've seen Cole Kmet last year have two separate 2-touchdown games. So it is interesting where you could see two different QBs in this offense.
Yeah.
Russ is probably a little better at the deep ball, so maybe better for Pickens. It's just so interesting. And it's tough to tell, and you have to make your best inference of what you think is going to happen between those QBs.
No doubt. And it's not like we we took Roman Wilson. It's not like we took Pickens, So the investment in that pass catching core is like, if that thesis does hold true, we're not losing a ton.
Right. You're just hoping for 2 spike weeks, and that's probably fine for that ADP of 160. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Lamb, Debo, McConkey, Sutton, Mitchell, Gabe, and Tolbert. I think this is kind of thin, but definitely leaning into Ladd being a very good pick.
Yeah, he needs Ladd to be the lad if for this to really work out. Yeah, Sutton could be could be good this season. I'm not like drafting a ton of Sutton, but like not the worst pick here. It's definitely more thin than I would like to draft, but like I can talk myself into it.
I'm a 5%er here, and you're seeing this weird, like you're seeing this weird gap of wide receivers. So I can see myself drafting more Sutton based on just like it's a wide receiver cliff. There's like nothing around. So I've been reaching a lot for Lockett, but
like I'm picking Lockett and Mike Will over him.
I think you're going to see Palmer come down. I think you're going to see Mike Williams. I think you're going to see a lot of these guys come down because you need to put someone into this range. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be Lockett. Just like it was Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson was at like 100, and he dipped down in the big board.
Right. No, it's a range where it's like you're taking him out of necessity. Most people that take Sutton, it's because like they need him as their wide receiver 3 or 4.
Right. Definitely. You're probably right. And that's probably what we saw here. Kelsey and Freiermuth, I think that's very strong.
Yeah.
Overall, pretty balanced. 2-7-7-2, kind of a fun build. Correlating Lamb and Tolbert. He's got a little mini here between 2 tight ends.
Yeah. If I was to do something different, I would probably make the Dak pick a wide receiver. That would be it.
And let's see at 95, who is available? 95.
The usual suspects, nothing crazy.
Tyler Lockett went at 81 in this draft. 81. So yeah, definitely he was put in a tough position there. But a good draft still from Paid, a 2-7-7-2. Berg here with Daniels, Purdy, and Watson. Kyron, Mostert, Kendre, Algier, and Elijah Mitchell. Are you
I
good
like
with
it.
Amon-Ra, Ayuk, Cooper, Terry, Rice? 79 is the wide receiver 5. That feels good. Cooks and Elijah Moore.
Yeah, that's a good room.
It's got correlation with all 3 QBs. You can see the green's QB1, the yellow's QB2, and the red is
That's tight.
QB3.
That's really clean.
Kittle, Henry, and Likely. That's a good tight end room too.
Yeah, that's a really good team. That's a really good team. I like that a lot.
Oh yeah, that 2 rushing QBs, got the floor guy. It's well correlated. Really, really sick.
Yeah, that's a tough room. Can you go to the 101 real quick?
Yeah.
The 101 did something really interesting. They took Tank at the 2-3 turn.
Okay, so maybe getting a different. Oh God, Keon Coleman, wide receiver 3, Hop, Palmer. This kind of makes sense for the build at least.
Yeah,
Judy, Johnson, Mims, Andrews, and Chig. So correlating this Tank Dell Houston Diggs double with a Mark Andrews bring back. Can you get that otherwise?
Yeah, you might not be able to, huh?
You might not be able to. So that's like some big brain shit. But you're looking at Tank Dell over basically the Nico. So you're saying Nico is basically the odd man out.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting. Like to pull that off is freaking super interesting because the Nico team has to pass on Strat at 43. That's not bad. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get Strat at 49. Mark Andrews at 48. So I guess there is a risk to not get the bring back pick there, but
yeah, I don't really hate it.
It's kind of cool. It's different.
It worked out better than I expected when I first saw it.
I don't know if you need to be doing that in June because you could just get so much ADP movement that we're just not sure about. But that's some big brain shit. If you're like tracking ADPs, which we do, and it's August or late July, and you're like, this combo has not been possible unless you do this.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. I love especially weekly winners. Especially weekly winners. That was cool. Good eye on the 1 spot there doing something weird. Rackham Willie in the 11th spot with Kyler and Caleb. That's a good combo.
Yeah.
Najee, Benson, Ford, Dowdle, Ray Davis, and Ali. I haven't been bringing in too much Rasheen.
Yeah, me neither. But I do like this room though. I think that this is a pretty decent RB room.
Yeah, 5 by Davis feels pretty good. Ali's just a speculative ad. Garrett Wilson, Waddle, Cup as a bring back. Roma Dunze, Brian Thomas, Rashad Bateman, Zay Jones stacked, and Demarcus Robinson as the bring back for that Arizona stack. He's got the double with Trey McBride. Noah Fant as a bring back for the Chicago stacks as well.
That's a good team, man. That's a good team. You can tell who's like, who knows how to draft these teams.
Yeah, very like correlated for the playoff formats, which is fun. And then Benny in the live stream, Josh Allen, Cousins, and Daniel Jones. I don't think you have to bring in the 3rd QB, but again, opportunity cost isn't that crazy.
Yeah.
Stevenson, Brooks, Brian Robinson, Zeke, and Tyrone Tracy. I've sort of come off the Tracy click right now. Are you waiting on that, or are you still?
I'm waiting. Okay. This is a pretty bullish bet on Brooks's health and Ramondre's role. But like I said, man, it's not hard to talk yourself into it. Like, yeah, on the surface, it clearly looks like this is a thin RB room, but like, you know, you can talk. You don't have to tell a crazy story for it to work out.
3 RBs by Brian Robinson, and then bringing in Zeke. Zeke's like,
that's what I mean.
You're not thinking like crazy floor.
Yeah, that's
how
ceiling.
But
yeah, we think about that pretty similarly.
Yeah, 3 by Robinson feels usually pretty solid.
Really yeah,
Harrison, Drake London stack, Pittman, Worthy, Khalil Shakir stack, Adam Thielen, Troy Franklin, Darius Slayton stack with the little week 16 bring back with Drake London here and Pitts. So it's a double.
Yeah.
Really cool. So maybe targeting a little 16 and 17 with this team. It seems really well correlated. Even the Shakir stack with with Josh Allen, has Stevenson as a bring back. So like there's a lot of week 16 stacks on this team, which is interesting.
There is, yeah, that feels intentional. Which like I'm not opposed against.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're doing this intentionally or not. With this tool, it's a lot easier to see, and it's a lot easier to do if that's your thing.
Yeah,
and,
I love it.
Eventually this will be available for everyone. But right now,
looks great, dude.
Appreciate you, dude. NEZ, tell what the people what you have going on. We got 177, 98 on Twitter, 79 on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Over at the Badge Bros on YouTube, search us, hang out with us. We're streaming Monday through Friday, doing all the daily drafts on Underdog, doing Bestball content as well. On Wednesdays is when we do our big NFL Bestball show with Pete Overzet. So definitely check that out. That's
so
always
much
a fun time.
That's a great one.
But yeah, man, just grinding over there every day, all day, every day. But you, man, you're the champ. I love coming on here, chopping up with you. Always a blast. Always a blast.
It's so much fun to have you. I'd love to get one of these days just all the bros on the chat. And we told the story about Numi and the dog bowl, and I met him at didn't meet him for the first time, but 4 a.m. hotel lobby, going home, taxi cab, like, hey, I got one on the way, like I got you. Just such a funny moment. And congrats to Numi. Solidified the marriage. Like, just awesome news for the Badge Bros in general. And happy for you guys' success. You guys are growing fucking fast. Like,
thanks,
whether
man.
it feels it or not, but you guys are grinding, and it's
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
It'll all be worth it. But guys, give NEZ and the Badge Bros a follow. Link in the description. We guys will catch you on the next one. If you guys enjoy the stream, hit the like on the live stream and subscribe. We're gonna be doing a 24-hour live stream at 2K subs, and I'm sure you'll see NEZ there. He said he'll be on for 12 hours, but we'll just hold him for 2.
You never know.
Have a good night. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace, guys.
Pounders.